Hello everyone, this is Xander Turon, and I am back with a random cast episode 44, providing I haven't lost count of what the last episode was. Anyway, we're here on Punch Bowl, and on the blue team we have SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' 90 again versus Stock. Buntai 90 is using is doing Dutch German. And pretty sure it's a general deck, and the opponent is Stock. I already said Stock on the red team with a USSR general deck. Should be an interesting matchup. It's a bit of a spoiler. The comment on this one was Mulder to OP, which is a very specific misspelling of Martyr that makes me think that Stock was maybe malding a bit over Martyr 2s during this battle. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright. Start with blue because blue is best. Got Nitra. Very light going into Echo. Makes sense by focusing on Bravo Charlie. Speaking of Bravo Charlie, got PH2 Tiger. That's probably AMX PRI. The Nitra's probably just taken back for base defense for the Iltis. Schwerpanzer looks more Nitra. That's just a light holding force, but it looks like to go into Charlie. Keep eyes on it. Die if something goes through, you know. Mortar. Oh, come on. For Kenning, Flak Panzer. Milan. KCT. Or KTC. I can't even remember how it's spelled. Lots of Reservists and Mortar 2s. And Leopard 2A5. So yeah, definitely going hard into Bravo. Makes sense. If you take Bravo, that gives you great access into your opponent's 2-pointer. And yeah, it looks like Stock also has a similar plan. Looks like it's just a single unit of Spetsnaz GRU going into Foxtrot. BRDM2U. It's just some armor command vehicle. It's not bad. You know, very generic 1 armor command vehicle. You know, approximately what, 4 times as tough as a Iltis. Another, 5 HP, 0 armor commands. Anyway. Alright, so Mortar got the 2S9 Nona, that's the tracked one. And it's like, the Nona mortars are just overpriced for what they are. Well, it's just because they don't carry a lot of ammo. Like, that's 50 points for 39 rounds versus 57 for 35. Like, that's a decent chunk. That's like, what, 18 more rounds? Anyway, T-72BU, 2 stack of OSAs. Yeah, it's the base OSA, so no radar, terrible accuracy, no plane range, but 2.8 anti-helo range, 2.8 kilometer. So it has its utility, and it's, for its price, it's not bad. Aside from that, that's going to be Modus Joki. Got BTRTs with Sepieri. Scratch it with the, I don't know, I'm zooming in at such an awkward angle. Scratch it with the Conquerors, presumably, and BTR-90 with Spetsnaz GRU. Oh, yep. And some MI8s, and let's see, that's going to be VDV-90, by the looks, or it could be 75. It's VDV of some description. And a K-52. Alright, so yeah, definitely looks like both players going hard into Bravo. Actually, K-52 has worse stealth than the Tiger, right? It's medium stealth. What's the Tiger? Yeah, good stealth. But the K-52 also has much better missiles. And I won't say much better. Yeah. I think the big advantage the K-52 has is range. 2.2 kilometers versus 2.6. But they're lower accuracy, do you believe? Yeah. I think basically by the time the Tiger engages, the K-52 has the same accuracy on its Iglis. Alright, got smoke coming out. Both players going for more defensive smoke. You probably screen their super heavies. BTR-90 gets in first, makes sense. There's Montu, yep, KCT there. Not going to be spotting much from that angle, though. Oh, Conquers, yep. Oh, it's Factoria, which is actually not a horrible ATGM. It's usable. And it's also not that expensive either. Oh, and it's gone. Alright, 2A5 versus T72BU. Oh, that's a miss. Oh, that's a hit. On the move, too. That's very unfortunate for SYOUJYU-BUNTAI that he should have gotten that stationary hit, but didn't. Oh, F104G is coming out, presumably to go after the K52, which appears to have murked the looks. Oh, that is SYOUJYU-90. That's an interesting choice. Usually don't see those very much in general decks because they're not very good. Not unusable, just not great. Anyway, these Knights are just getting gibbed by that T-72. These guys are getting shot up by Spetsnaz and Sapiri. Oh, yep, F104G takes up the K-52. That's a bit of a loss for stock. Also, is that Tiger just chilling in base? Okay, I guess it got forgotten about. Those guys also forgotten about. Makes sense. Both players are probably busy microing their super heavies. Oh. And there you go, hit on the 2A5, or from the 2A5 on the BU. Shaken. Gets a hit though, they're both worried. They're both one-shots for each other now. And 2A5 goes down. And that's the advantage of the auto on the T72BU right there. Ooh, almost took a side shot. Or from the Verkenning, almost got a side shot on it. Oh, Martyr 2 is moving up. Looks like one of them took a hit, probably from the Spetsnaz jury. That's... yeah, it would have been a frontal hit. Oh, Verkenning's cleaning up the Osis. Another 2A5 coming out. Interesting. Now, this is one of these maps where you don't actually see super heavies all that often on it, I find. Oh, MTV going around. Yeah. Panzer Grenadier. Got chased out of the building by the Superior by the looks of it. That BU's booking it. Is there, yep, Ural coming out for it. Oh, T80UK. That's an interesting choice. You don't see that very often in 1v1s because it's expensive and low availability. Not useless, like if you can definitely use it as a frontline CV. It can hold its own against anything but another super, or again anything but a super heavy. It's not a super heavy itself. It's a T80U. Oh, that Tiger's picking a bad time to move out. Oh, Scratch Invasive A'90 going through the middle, but yeah, Tiger's on its case, but it's getting engaged. Now it's, ooh, ammo box it. That causes it to lose like half of all of its ammunition. Not exactly great. And it's panicked, and it still gets the kill. And now it's probably going to book it back to get that. Oh, yep, there you go. F104G puts a hit on it. Fob was spotted. Is he going to try and do some fob sniping? I don't know. Flak Panzer. Alright. Gotta stop the Flak Panzer for it to engage it, though. Has no stabilizers. And... oh, stunned. And it goes down before it kills the Gepard. Now just keep dropping beacons. Oh, Milan's gun has moved up, but the BU is getting repaired. Good job, Milan. And I know, yeah, Milan's. They hit when they want to, and the problem is that they never want to hit. Does get the BTRT though. That's a decent kill. That's a potentially very dangerous unit. Oh, there you go. The Mista's coming out. Calling out your 130-point howitzer to snipe the enemy's fob. And you know what? It could, depending on the deck setup of SYOUJYU-BUNTAI, could be a problem. Because if you take, only one card of supply trucks with the intent of, relying on your FOB, and your FOB goes down, that's not a lot of supply with just the one card. MI8's just kind of flying in for fun, I guess. Also, yeah, stock put the T80UK into the Delta, it's taking up +2, it's 30-0 right now. Yeah, it's actually not looking too great for stock. Not yet. SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' cleaning up the VDV. Like, has largely lost, or doesn't have a very strong foothold in Bravo. Like, Stepieri and Gornostrelki probably won't last, but you never know. Stock did take out the Leopard 2A5, but just has lost a lot of map control. Foxtrot Echo doesn't really matter. Does have units in the top, you know, the 2 Gornos in the top of Charlie. But that's it. You know, that T80 UK is technically undefended, even though it can defend itself. Oh, yeah, Tiger's flying. Like, if that Tiger were to fly into Delta, it'd wipe that T80 UK. Of course, that would be a, you know, very risky move on the part of SYOUJYU-BUNTAI', because I know I had the benefit of being able to see everything. Buntai'90 does not. Oh, yep, and here we see one of the weaknesses of Napalm Infantry, a vehicle, but of course, going over there to clean it up. This is where you need your fire support to come in. BU is moving up. It is presumably spotted. Oh, there you go. Artillery coming in on the FOB. And that's why you don't want to put your FOB on your main road, because if it starts taking fire, you don't want your reinforcements taking fire. Especially if it winds up catching something like a supply truck. Of course, that FOB is no longer spotted, so those are going to be uncorrected shots. So even though it has decent accuracy, you know, it has to get pretty close in order to do damage. Oh, ooh, that T-72BU is getting pretty bold with those Panzer Grenadier 90. All they have to do is jump forward a single town's block in. That's side shot central for that T-72. Oh yeah, ooh. That is risky business right there. Yep, they're running forward, and there's, oh wait, oh, and Milan. Milan. Oh, Milan's. I guess they wanted to hit. Yeah, that was just poorly played from stock there. Just gave away that T-72BU for free. Alright, Leopard Drakenning and Iltis coming out for Charlie. Gotta stop that bleed. It's 108-0. Not a huge amount, but not an insignificant amount either. Oh, yeah, looks like some more Motostrelki coming into Foxtrot. Still going after the fob. It's taking a little more damage, but not a lot. Oh, looks like trying to Nona the Milan. And that's one of the weaknesses of mortars, is that they're not very good at blind firing into towns. Except for like the really big ones. Like the MacMat. The 160mm mortar or whatever that Israel gets. Actually, doesn't Finland get a similar mortar? My memory has not failed me. Anyway, looks like Spetsnaz GRU taking pot shots. Oh, SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' running. Ho ho. If they run all the way down the middle, that would be funny. Anyway, fob is, yeah, Buntai'90's fob is taking a little bit of damage. Mistas have consumed almost 2,000 supply. Not quite, because that, or probably more like probably closer to 1,000 supply, or 900. Because, you know, the Ural probably resupplied at it. Oh, another BU. So both players have lost 1 super heavy each. I don't know if SYOUJYU-BUNTAI'90's done the classic DGC thing and has taken 2 cards of Leopard 2A5. Not usually worthwhile in a general deck, but hey, shenanigans can be fun to do. Alright, got more VDV-90. Oh, GRU walking up, probably trying to spot them along. Those Gornos are going to get cleaned up by the Panzer Grenadier. Yep, and the Martyr 2 is opening up. Those Spetsnaz spotted. No, not yet. Oh yeah, the KCT don't even have direct line of sight on them. They're in the forest. Those Spetsnaz will be able to get pretty close before being detected. Actually, yeah, now they're detected. Nope, wrong player. Yeah. they're detected. As soon as Milan start shooting, they're gonna die. Oh wait, oh, they're firing on the BU, and they do get a hit actually. Oh, yep, pulls back the Milan. Spetsnaz are gonna get shot up by the Leopard. And that also means the Leopard's or the BU is gonna go into a fight with the Leopard too, while being down some health. Oh, and then the VDV are walking across the open. Oh, that Leopard 2 is low on fuel, and also the Mist is firing on them. More infantry coming out. Yeah, it's got a nice little line of dudes there. Oh, and a BRDM-2 to countercap Charlie. Bold move from stock, makes sense. Get that +2 ticking in. It's at 156-0. That's a good lead. Nope. Nona firing on the Stu Troopin. Ooh, good hit. Oh, is that B-turn any going to go down to the Milan? No, lost line of sight. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have lost line of sight. Oh, 2A5 might have something to say, though. Nona is out of ammo. Alrighty. Oh, Martyr 2's going up. Oh, so yeah, another Milan. That's good. Makes it much harder for stock to do any super heavy shenanigans or really any shenanigans in this area. Martyr 2's going in. Oh, did stock see those? I don't know if stock spotted them. That could be, depending on the angle they approach this T-80UK, if they get in close, they can do a lot of damage to that T-80UK if they catch it on the side or rear. It does look like, I don't know if those Martyr 2s are spotted, but stock definitely noticed the gap in their line. No, probably has no spotting there. Oh, Scratchits put some hurt onto the F-104G. And yep, counter caps in. Oh, yeah, escorts, maybe not the best idea. Yeah, it's just going to get panicked and shredded. So that's, stock is back at ticking +2, 164 now. Oh, Martyr 2s are going in. Oh, and they caught it on the side. Oof. And down to 0. That's rough. That's why even a T-80UK needs to be guarded. The YPR is taking apart the Gurnos in the open. Ooh, Verkenny goes down to the VDV though. And they aren't exactly up to a fight with VDV. Gurnos go down. Iltis is on the move. YPR is working over the Scratchits. It outranges them by, actually, ground range, yeah, has a couple ticks on him. 3 to be exact, I do believe. Nature gonna get cleaned up. Yeah, Ilta's on move, putting into Bravo, smart move. Martyr 2 is, oh my god, is that Martyr 2 just gonna like move straight down into the Gulf? Because that'd be funny if it did. Don't know if it has the feel to make it though. Oh, Factoria caught out in the open. Oh, I didn't see the KCT moving up. So that's a good spot, and that's going to provide a lot of spotting. Verkenning, not exactly in a great spot though. Oh, gets it. That's Factoria get the hit even though they're panicked. That's not bad. Oh, Looks going in. Oh, that BRDM-2 is going to have a bad time if that Looks finds it. That's why you guard your CVs. Another T-80 UK. Just burn another 200 points, my dude. Some dudes in Foxtrot. Oh, Leopard 285 is doing some work. It needs to be refueled, though. Gotta keep your super heavies fueled up because you don't want them to run out of fuel at a bad time. And yeah, BRDM-2 use going down. And SYOUJYU-BUNTAI'90 is ticking at +1 for the first time. It's at 1 conquest point to 214. Oh, it's Stu Troop, and I'm going to clean up those VDV. Probably one of the best shock squads in the game. You know, their primary weapon, nothing to write home about. Like, you know, same stats as the SYOUJYU-BUNTAI'90, but the mini-me, you know, one of the best machine guns, light machine guns. AT4 are not amazing, but not bad either. It's perfectly functional, and they're only 20 points. Oh, yeah, Leopard 2 is getting fueled up. Martyr 2. Just Martyr 2's going sneaky. Oh, T80 UK is getting personally escorted by the BU. Oh, and those Panzer Grenadier got caught out in the open. That's why you gotta be careful with your infantry. You know, that Tiger could be a problem, though. Oh, OCU coming in. That's the Maverick one. What's gonna die? UK or BU gets side-shotted. Oof. That's both of Stock's super heavies, and that's Stock brought a card of the T80 Nope, missed us falling on Echo. Don't. That Milan has flares, so the Mista might be targeted on it, but if that was a corrected shot onto like that corner, it won't hit the Milan. Nope, Yak 141. Guess Stock doesn't want to lose another super heavy. Anyways, UK is in Delta, so taking it +2 again, or +1. 220 to 20. Oh, SU-24. That is a Seed is very good against Dutch Germany because most of their radar is AA, but not the Hios. Ooh, and that took a hit. And if Buntai should have turned the Black Panzer on, that would have shredded that SU-24 when it flew over top. Oh, Martyr 2 found the Mista. And also got the CV in Gulf. That's not exactly great for Stock. And that's why base security is important. Anyway, it's out of fuel, so it's just going to sit there until something happens. I don't think the Nona is exactly up to a fight, though. Same range, but yeah. Goes down. And now the Stu Trooper are going to walk in. Oh, yep, they've captured the FOB. Oof, that is rough for Stock. That's why you need base security. No AA either, so that PH2 Tiger is going to have a field day. Unless, you know, the OCU wins the race, which it looks like it's going to. Or, nope, must have lost line of sight, or maybe he just wants to get the kill with the Tiger. Nope, it's going in. Okay. Rip. Alrighty, so SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' 90 was victorious with 40 conquest points of 224, winning due to killing all the Stock CVs. 2,705 kills to Stock's 875. The kill list, or the kill number, is going to be a bit inflated because when you take out all of your opponent's CVs, all of their units that they had on the field count as killed. So that does increase the number a little bit. Oh yeah, I was just... How to characterize this match? Good, a decent micro from SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' 90. Just misplayed with the Leopard 2A5 near the beginning. I don't know if it was just maybe being a bit too aggressive with that 2A5 at the beginning. And trying to keep the engagement going even after getting, you know, worried. And being put at that, you know, reload disadvantage. Or if it's just, you know, smoke, you know, the smoke doesn't always create, you know, a nice perfect wall and you can get shot through it, and sometimes, you know, that's just life. But yeah, it's just, you know, but misplay from SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' 90. But aside from that, it is just, our blue player here just put, you know, a lot more points into Bravo and just overwhelmed Stock. You know, Stock was trying to do, you know, the reach around there into Charlie and spend a lot of points on that. What was it? Two MI8 MTVs, which are what, are those 25 points each? That's 50. Or are they 30 points? But that's like a quarter of that player's opening point budget spent on going into Charlie. 90. Alright, MTV. They're 35 points, yeah. So 25 plus 35, yeah, that's 60 points. So that's 120 points. Plus the K52 is 130. So yeah, 200. That's literally a quarter of that player's points put into Charlie, which was working until, you know, it didn't, which I can get into in a bit. And then yeah, you had just a single Gorno-90 going into Gorno-90 in the or not Gorno-90, Spetsnaz in the BTR-90. There we go. Which is, you know, 60 points. So that's, you know, a decent number of points going onto the flanks. You know, much more than what SYOUJYU-BUNTAI'90 had. You know, that adds up. It's just, yeah, SYOUJYU-BUNTAI'90 just put a lot more points into Bravo in the middle. So even though they lost the 2A5, first of all, you know, that T-72BU was, you know, beat up and had to withdraw, so it was out of the fight. And then on top of that, the K-52 didn't do very much and got whacked by an F-104G after killing, like, a Speerpanzer Lux. Not exactly a great trade. And what else? And then CV choice, you know, the BRD-M2U, that's a perfectly fine CV to take. You know, it works. But yeah, T-80UK, that's not great. Actually, I don't have, there's a Soviet deck I can quickly look at. Just, oh, whatever. So that's, yeah, 2 of those plus 6. If those are the only 2 cards of CVs, that's not enough CVs. Only 6 CVs. Well, I guess, like, it's enough CVs if you can guarantee that you're never going to lose a CV, which you can't. You know, you saw how quickly that T-80UK died when it got bum rushed by the 2 Marder 2s. And that's another failure. Just, I think that's the biggest failure, though, from stock. You know, yeah, bad trades, especially that, oh my god, feeding that T-72BU into the town. Like, that T-72BU was dead as soon as it went into that town block. You know, it got side shot by the Milan 2, but that Milan 2 wasn't there. BUNTAI'90 was moving up a pair of Panzer Grenadier 90s to ruin that BU's day. So, but anyway, besides from that, you know, yeah, misplays like that, you know, opener did not go well for stock. Just overwhelmed in Bravo, not enough points. So the units that, you know, the infantry just got slowly just ground down by BUNTAI'90 after the BU had to withdraw. And then what else? And then obviously the biggest failure, though, from stock in this battle would have been no security on the CVs. Absolutely none. The T-80UK was left undefended. And, like, even, you know, and you always need to have your CVs defended. Like, you know, you could argue that, you know, with, you know, a slightly different positioning, the BU, or the UK, T-80UK would have, you know, wrecked the Marder 2s. Like, if it spotted them coming earlier on and oriented it. It's front armor, yeah, those Marder 2s would have died probably. But there is a Tiger creeping around. You know, when you're facing off against, you know, any deck, any sort of German deck, you know, West German deck, you need to be on the lookout for possible PH2 Tiger shenanigans. Like, you know, you need security on your CVs. Like, yeah, T-80UK takes on, you know, what, 95% of all ground units in a straight fight, but maybe not quite. You know, there's a lot of variables that go into that, but you get the drift. Yeah, sure, it can defend itself under ideal conditions, but PH2 Tiger comes creeping around. It doesn't have, I don't know, I don't see, yeah, that NSVT with the 875-meter range against helicopters is really going to help. It actually can in theory, but not exactly a winning bet. So that was that. And then, yeah, the Mark II obviously then went around and drove right into stock spawn. That BRDM-2U left completely undefended. What else? And then, yeah. And obviously, not a lot of air defense actually from stock. I think it's really just the OSAS and then the Yak 141 later on. Like, I would be kind of tempted to look at stock stack, but the infantry tab is definitely a bit of a mess. Looked like it's trying to rely on Modus Strelki for grinding, which is just, oh my god, Modus Strelki 90, but base Modus Strelki or Modus Strelki 90 are just, they're not good grinding infantry. The MTL BV, one of the worst 5-pointers in the game. And it's not like Modus Strelki themselves are like that bad. There's tons of infantry with similar stats to them that make for better grinding infantry. That's because they have better transports. Yeah, and that's actually one of the biggest weaknesses that Soviets have, and the reason why the deck has such a high skill floor is you really have to be on top of your game with your fire support. Like, your best grinding infantry are VDV 75 and BTRDs for 25 points. Compared to the 15 or 20 point combinations that most other coalitions or nations have. It's not ideal, but it works. Providing you do it properly. Yeah, Saperi in the BTRT is just not a great combination in a general deck. It's not, especially on this map. It works on maps where there's a lot of close in forest fighting, where these things can do some work. But it's not that Punchbowl doesn't have that, but especially where you saw these being used in Bravo, it's just not a great place for them to be. And just not a great deck, I'm thinking, from stock. Obviously, your deck is not everything, A good player with a bad deck is probably going to beat a worse player with a better deck, 9 times out of 10, barring anything particularly stupid or a particularly bad deck versus a, absolutely most optimized meta deck. But you get the drift, It's the player that wins the game, not the deck. And it's just a lot of positional errors from stock that just cost him the battle. Despite a decently promising start, had a good tick going there, got, was up, whatever, 200 plus points at one point. Anything, actually ended the match with over 200 more points than SYOUJYU-BUNTAI', but it's just let it go, just due to complete lack of security. That is the theme for today. You need to have security for your CVs, regardless of what kind of CV it is. And yeah, besides that, and also credit to SYOUJYU-BUNTAI', took advantage of the opening. This is something I can definitely say. I don't always I very frequently, back when I played the game regularly, did not take advantage of those sort of openings. That would let me just drive a unit freely into the enemy's cap like that. I'd make too many assumptions that my opponent's has units there, and I wouldn't want to risk anything. But sometimes you just got to take that chance. You got to exploit. Push until contact. That's the most important thing you do. Don't just assume this is where I'm gonna be. This is where the enemy's gonna be. You need to push up, especially with your recon. You just got to push up. You got to, you can't just assume what the enemy has. You have to go and find what the enemy has. And in this case, it paid off for SYOUJYU-BUNTAI just by, whacked a CV and then proceeded to whack another CV and an expensive artillery piece and win the match. With, all at the same unit. Well, one of the martyrs died, but sometimes that's how it be. Yeah, that's just to keep repeating myself. Stock failed to have adequate security, and SYOUJYU-BUNTAI' 90 took advantage of it. Yeah. And before I just keep rambling on, repeating myself over security and taking advantage of your opponent's mistakes, I'll just end it here. So yeah, I'm Xander Turon. This was Ramcast episode 44. You guys have a lovely day. Oh my god, I did it backwards. I'm supposed to say, you guys take care and have a lovely day.